How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode today. I have a special guest here, man. This guy's been, it's been an inspiration. He's just doing a lot of great things in different communities, you know what I'm saying? So, welcome Preston Harris to the building, man. How you feeling, Mike?
Man, I'm excited to be here with you. I'm going to be honest with you. It's been a long time coming. You've been moving in the community for a while, and so I'm glad I get to sit down with you. You got the Wu-Tang on. It's going to be a good day. I got Pac and Nipsey, so we out here. This is Nebraska, stand up.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. How you been, man?
I've been good, man. Just working and trying to stay consistent. You know what I'm saying? That's my favorite word, as I always tell people. It's just I can't stop to just, stop. So we out here staying moving, keeping it moving.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
You've been back for a minute or just?
Yeah, so I came back to Nebraska in June.
Okay.
From Florida.
Yeah.
Florida, I mean, I got to tell you, man, 402 raised me, but the 904 made me. It's a different world out there, but it forces you to grow up. It forces you to learn your lane. And so really loved Florida, but Nebraska's home. And Florida taught me that we can compete anywhere.
Yeah. Anywhere.
And so I wanted to come back and, really get with my people like you who've been rocking and who've been working real hard out here.
Absolutely.
And let's put this out to the world, man. Let's let people know that, Nebraska's a place where you could thrive.
Yeah.
And you're proof of that because you've been thriving for years.
Man,
so
God bless.
It's a beautiful thing. I'm excited. Got the new book.
Most definitely.
This is my fourth one. I co-authored a book on autism, but this is going to be the bestseller. So this is the other two are really, really good, and the autism book is good as well. But this one is my bestseller, so I'm excited about this one.
So what inspired this book? It just feels good when you hold one.
So this book, man, the inspiration is not the inspiration you want. If you see, that's my mugshot,
right?
And so I ended up in a situation where I was incarcerated in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I didn't feel like I'm not a criminal. I did not do anything to be locked up.
Absolutely.
But, there's always things that you can do to put yourself in better situations. So that book, it's about taking ownership of your life. It's about figuring out who you are and saying this, taking action on the things that you want. Mm-hmm. But it got inspired. I was in the cell and I told them, I was pissed off. I told them, dudes, watch. I'm going to write a bestseller about everything that goes on in there.
Absolutely.
In here. And, for people who haven't been to jail, that's the most dehumanizing, most ugliest, part of your life. Mm-hmm. You hate that. And you look at my picture, I don't look like I'm a happy camper in any stretch of the imagination. But, when you're in that painful place, there's always some power on the back end.
Factual.
You know what I'm saying? They always talk about the silver lining. And so for me, it was how do I take this pain that I'm in? Because it was a real painful situation because I'm locked up. I lived in Jacksonville at the time, so I was 7 hours away from home.
Yeah.
I can't bail myself out of jail. And then the phone in the cell is only Tennessee numbers, so I can't even call out to talk to my people or nothing like that.
So how long were you there for?
Oh, I was there for 26 hours. I ain't gonna be there too long.
Yeah,
I'm finna get out somewhere.
Yeah, that's no, I feel you, dog. That's crazy. Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it just talks about that and there's a whole culture in jail. People have made their careers off of putting people in boxes.
Factual.
And we pay for it.
Facts.
And so, we need to shine some light on that because, this is a whole new decade with COVID-19. Everything is changing.
Right.
Maybe we need to change the way we're looking at our incarceration, our prison system, our criminal justice system because it traps people. It's about money. Mm-hmm. And, at the end of the day, if we can put more money in people's pockets and allow them to be actual people, instead of locking them in boxes for,
petty things.
Things.
And it's crazy when you see situations that happen with the whole everything that happened with George Floyd and all that stuff, right? You kind of, how many people have ended up when they really should? It's tough to say, right?
Yeah,
because you never know, really.
You never know, and then especially as a black man, in every situation, you got to keep that in the back of your mind. I have a 2-year-old son. If I pop off the way I really want to pop off, if I get aggressive the way I really can get aggressive, You might take my life. I'm 6'2", 200.
It's crazy.
You might feel a little threatened by that. And so, you know, being a black man, you have to really code switch, and you have to look at the situation, and you're like, is it worth it? Mm-hmm. And like, I could pop off. I could take this whole thing down if I want to.
Right.
But is it worth it? And if I lose my life, is it gonna be? I don't want to be. Exactly. I don't want to be on your T-shirt. I want to be.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly.
I don't want to be that. And
absolutely.
So that's what it is. But you know, as a black man, this is something that, you know, I think I always wanted to be above reproach. Mm-hmm. You know, like everything in line, so you can't even touch me if you do pull me over.
Right. Right.
And so that was more so. You know, when I look at the situation, I let one little gap open, mm-hmm. and that's the gap that they use. Yeah. And so, you know, I've never been a criminal. I don't commit crimes. Right. But if you leave one little gap open, you make yourself vulnerable. And so this is really about taking the time to evaluate yourself. And when you're in that painful situation, man, find the power in it.
Absolutely.
Find the power in it, yeah.
So now, in the process of writing, like what's going through your mind as are you just taking notes, bits and pieces here and there, or you just kind of, you know?
So like in the book, like you'll see, like once I got locked up, like I tell them in the book, like, listen, I'm about to write a bestseller, and so everybody in the cell starts talking to me about their stories. Mm. So, hey, bro, make sure you get this. Make sure you get that. Right. Make sure you get this. Make sure you get that. Yeah. So there's different stories, and you know, one thing that I really learned in there was how prevalent drugs are. Mm-hmm. Meth, heroin, stuff like that. Wow. Like, you know, it may sound crazy to us, but to a lot of people, it's common. Right. You know, it's real. Right. And like in there, you know, they were talking about. You know, I have a chapter in there called The Great White Killer. Okay. And the Great White Killer is heroin. Like, there's a lot of white families that are ripped apart by opiates. Absolutely. And all these different things that nobody really talks about. Mm-hmm. You know, we focus on all these black issues and stuff like that. But there's a drug issue in the white community that nobody really wants to talk about. And they really sometimes need some help. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's why, you know, especially poor white people may feel some type of way towards minorities, is because they can see this thing ravishing their community, but they don't see the help or the resources or the attention that comes with it. Right, from the other side. Right. But I don't think white people like to talk about their problems that much either, too.
Yeah, okay, man, that's dope, man. It's great to be out and about and putting yourself in environments to do different things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So do you plan on writing more books? Or
yeah, I'll definitely probably write a couple more. I like the music. I think sometimes for knowledge and for gold, you got to go look for it. Okay, facts. So that's why I like to put it in books, because you know, if you're gonna sit down and you're gonna dedicate an hour to doing that, like that's gonna boost yours once you get done with that. Like it's gonna put you on a track. It's gonna put you in a mindset that you can go take over the world, and that's really what I want. That mindset is key. That mindset is key, and then you know, like if you study great people, they're always reading books, and so you know that was kind of why I wanted to do it. Like Nipsey always talks about the richest man in Babylon, you know, The Art of War, you know, all these different books that he read that put his mindset on the level, on where it needs to be. And so if I can write something that speaks to me and speaks to people and says, hey, like you're capable of doing this. Right. You're powerful enough to do this. Right. These are the things you got to do. Facts. And sometimes someone needs, you need that information, for whether it's written or someone telling you. Yeah. You know, and book is infinite. It's forever. It's forever. What I'm saying? So that's great. So what would you want people, what's the most important things you want people to take away from this book once they pick it up here? Okay, so the most thing is, like, in that book, there's a battle between Mr. Nice Guy and King P. Okay. And I feel like in all of us, there's a battle. Right. Between that person that we really could be and the person that we are. Or that safe person within us. Right. And so for this book, it's really about killing Mr. Nice Guy. Okay. And really stepping into King P. And so for me, like, I was super nice. I wanted people to like me just because I did nice things. Right. You know, I would go out of my way to try to please people instead of pleasing myself, and I would be left out. I wouldn't say exactly, hey, be direct in saying this is exactly what I want.
Okay.
And then I would let myself slide too much.
Right.
You know, if you're a king, you got to hold a standard.
Right.
You got to hold that standard no matter what.
Facts.
And, you know, if you're a nice guy, then that standard can kind of shift based on where you're at.
Right.
And so, you know, King P is the thermostat. Mr. Nice Guy is the thermometer. The thermometer goes up and down. King P stays solid. And so right when I got in there, you know, it's jail, you know.
Right.
I haven't been in a situation where I've been in the cell. I can fight, I can do all those things, but you know, that's not the situation you want to get into.
Right.
And so I had to really, once I got in there, I made the decision like, hey, today's gonna be a good day.
Absolutely.
It's gonna be a good day. And that's what I want people to take, is that when you make your choice that, hey, I'm gonna step into the best of me. I'm gonna want the best for myself. I'm gonna get the best for myself.
Right.
Everything shifts from there.
Changes.
And you don't allow people, no matter who they are, to dictate that, or no matter where you are. Because sometimes you can be in an ugly situation, but if your mindset's right, it don't have to be ugly.
Right. That's true.
And so that was
That's
like
true.
what this was for me. It's like, you know, there's times in there where guys are like, why is everybody so nice and so courteous in the cell? And like, I'm not gonna say nothing at the time, but I want it to be, because, you know, that's gonna be my energy, because if you talk to me, that's how I'm gonna approach you, because that's how I want to be approached.
Right.
So that's really what it is. And going to get what you want, you know? Like, you know, King P has to go get what he wants. Yeah. He has to. Mr. Nice Guy.
Gotta be empowered.
Yeah, you gotta be empowered. And action is the only way to take that power.
Facts.
And so like I was sitting in there, like I told you, like the cell, you got the little cell, you got the little phone in the cell that you gotta put your face up to just so you can hear and stuff like that. That's a Tennessee number, so I can't even call on that. So I was in there for 3-4 hours. Hey, CO! Hey, let me make my calls. But like, I had to get to that point where like, usually I would just sit back. Mr. Nice Guy just sits back and waits for it to come in.
Right.
If I'm waiting for it, I'm still there right now if I'm waiting for it to come in.
Man, that's true. The power of just being able to, just being empowered, man, because that's huge. You can, like you said, sit around waiting for that moment. And a lot of people, I feel like, do that, you know, in different spaces of different, you know, things in life. And it's, sometimes you just gotta get up and just go and get it, like, you know, and you know, in a different analogy where you have to call him, but you know what I mean? Like in terms of,
well, it's demonstrating with your energy that you want it.
Facts.
You know, like even if you don't get it the first time, you got to demonstrate. And like, that was one thing that I learned in Florida. Like, you know, here in Nebraska, people are nice for the most part. They're going to try to help you out. Oh, you doing this? Let me see how I can be a part of it. Let me see how I can help you. There, if you don't demonstrate what you want, they got too much stuff to worry about to be worried about helping you.
Man.
So,
that also shows you the difference in state of mind in the environment, because it's, people are, you know what I'm saying, going.
Going.
I kind of felt like that when I spent a little bit of time in Cali as well. It was just always, it's a different vibe. It's a different energy. You know what I'm saying?
It's a different energy, 100%.
So where can people get this book right now?
So right now you can get it at www.jailvirgin.com. That is my website, www.jailvirgin.com. You can get the print copy. If you want a digital copy, we'll send you the digital copy. The ebook, we're working through just some formatting things right now. But that will be sent to you. If you pick up that box right there, that's what it will look like when it comes to your house. And then you can open it up. Book will be inside. You'll have your receipt, everything like that. So that's how it gets delivered to you. If you want a signed copy, just reach out to me. Preston R. Harris on IG, or Real Time Preston, and then I'll get you a signed copy.
Absolutely.
And the book is $25 just because my bail was $250. And so it's 10% of what my bail was.
Nice.
And so I just thought, you know, people don't understand bail bond. I didn't understand that when I got in there. If you don't know, if you don't have nobody tell you that stuff, you have no idea how to navigate that system.
Right.
And so, you know, I saw guys in there. There's a guy in my book called Simply Red. I didn't get what his name was, but he had a $1,700 bond and he had to work on Monday morning. And he had to pay $1,700 to get out.
Otherwise, he might lose his job. That's crazy.
How you gonna get out? How many people got $1,700 just sitting around?
Yeah, that's wild. See,
and then you get out. You stuck in there.
Yeah.
You don't get out. Is your job there when you get back?
Exactly, man. It's just the issues that come with that.
And then you got your fines on top of it. and then you still got to go to court.
Right.
Like it's a
nightmare.
Traps you, man.
That's crazy. Wow.
Traps you.
Wow. Well, I appreciate you, coming by and having this talk, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
What's next for you?
For me, it's really just trying to stay active with the things that I have going on. I'm trying to do a lot of things. It's hard to put it all into words, but that's why I like to simplify it and keep the word consistency, because it's one day it might be this, tomorrow it might be something else, Marketing is something that I'm really trying to get into more of now. I might even take some classes and some different things I've been looking at, just so I can get more, because I feel like there's a lot I could do right now, you know. But when it's all said and done, if you don't have your marketing side right, it's going to be hard to really expand, you know what I'm saying, beyond to really get to that passive level where it's not just actively doing
it
exactly.
Where people are coming to you instead
exactly,
of you going to them.
Yeah. So
100%.
So that's what it is, man. Well, guys, thank you for joining us today. It's my guy, Preston Harris. This was a great talk. And we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Okay, one more thing. You can get it, Jail Virgin, www.jailvirgin.com. And then my IG is Preston R. Harris, or on Facebook, you can follow my page, Preston Harris Master Builder. Also, I have an app called the Real Time app on iPhone.
That's dope.
Download that. I'm gonna have you be a part of the real time rollout. We're gonna do that in September, and that's gonna be something. I want to take that one to Africa. I want to take that one everywhere, and so that's what's next. But
can you talk a little bit about the app now?
Well, I'll talk a little bit about it. So the real time app is about digital advocacy.
Okay.
So let's say we're sitting here and you see something, you see a police officer that's doing something positive. How often do we recognize that? So
it's usually the opposite.
It's usually the opposite. So I can do with the app is I can do that. I can take a picture of it. It's on Google Maps, so I can say, boom, that was a positive thing that person did. So now I see something negative.
Yeah.
All right, I tagged that one green because I saw something positive. I see something negative, boom, I can tag that red.
That could be a great thing.
Yeah, but think about this. If you're out in the middle of nowhere, it's geographically verified.
Right.
So I got Google Maps. So something's going on with you, you open up that real-time app, all right, something's going on, boom, I take a picture right here, I got the red dot, so then when anybody pulls up that map, they can see something's going on right there. I need to be aware of that. And so that way we have data. So it's like one thing to say, oh, the police are doing all this stuff, but how you gonna prove it? What data do you have? But then we have advocates, so we can all be digital advocates.
Right.
So then I can say, all right, this person tagged this red, this person tagged this red, this person tagged this red.
Yeah.
Something was going on here. Instead of the media, and it gives you clarity because you never know what you're seeing on the news.
What prompted you to want to start this idea?
Well, I can't say it's my idea.
Oh, okay.
Can't say it's my idea. This was founded by John Kaufman. He lives in Baltimore. He's an Army veteran, and just wanted to. He goes to a lot of protests. Does a lot of protests. He's really educated, community driven, and he wanted to give people a voice there. And I had worked with his brother on a project in Jacksonville, and so I saw what he was doing with the real-time app. I saw how he was building it, and I was like, I think I can help bring it to more people, help make it better. And so we found our path to monetization. We're getting ready to go with the Android version once we catch that investor. Once we catch that investor, I really believe this can be a multi-billion-dollar company and $1 million app, and so that's what we're really working towards. And he's going to be down for that real-time rollout, which you're going to be a part of.
Hey, I'm with it. We here.
And it's going to be fun because we're going to get a chance to showcase Nebraska, and then showcase how we can all be advocates for our fellow man. Because at the end of the day, we're countrymen. Like you my countrymen, so I should want to protect you.
Absolutely.
I should want the best for you. And the police are our countrymen too, but they can't be threatened by us. That's not fair. That's not fair for us, because y'all go through all this training, y'all got bulletproof vests, and y'all got guns, but you threatened by me.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
That's absolutely insane.
It's crazy.
Well, guys, again, Preston Harris the Great right here, man.
Follow his page, like his page, subscribe. Where can they find you?
Thank you.
Where my people find you?
The Hit Brainiac on all social media. Very simple. THEHIT Brainiac.
The Hit Brainiac.
And yeah, man, remember to turn your pain into power, man. That's a very powerful message. So thank you again for being here, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you.
Absolutely.
All right, bro.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, that's perfect time.